Hey guys, welcome to the Tasteless podcast, episode 2. I am Unhanded Joe. What's up, boys?
What's
Howdy.
good, man?
Bro.
All right, so first up on the chopping block, you had something you wanted to talk about, right, Dylan?
Oh my god. Alright. So one of you fuckers has left us a little nugget from the previous episode. I noticed it while I was editing. So, Nick.
What you want?
I totally
I'm
forgot
concerned with
about
that one.
this.
Wait a minute.
I totally forgot about this. I'm so glad you remembered.
So while I was editing, I noticed that we all completely paved over the part where you said that you crop dust customers at work.
Oh,
Please
fuck,
explain.
that's right. I completely
Oh,
forgot
no.
about that. So, okay, no, it's funny as hell because I am a gassy human being. I will fart and not even realize it before I can smell it. And at work, I notice there's no difference. I will just fart. And every once in a while, if there's a customer that's being I'm irritated by that customer because they're either being really rude or they're like picking stuff up and throwing it in just different random places, I will on occasions walk down the aisle that they're about to walk down, crop dust the aisle, and then walk away as I watch them go into it. And then I can hear them. I can hear them from an aisle or two over, and it sounds like they've just smelt dog shit. And it's the funniest thing in the world because they always
I
have
bet
the
they
same
did just smell
gag.
dog shit.
Now
you say on occasion.
No, they didn't smell dog shit. They smelled human shit. Because
Now, you say on occasion, but it sounds like it's happened quite often.
I don't do it as often as you guys think. I do it I do it here and there for sure. I definitely do it at least once or twice a week because it's funny as hell. But again, it doesn't happen as often as you guys think.
Please
Bro, I'm just
mention
picturing
where you work.
I'm just picturing
Those
Nick.
poor Karens. Those poor
I
Karens.
know.
I'm just
You're gonna
picturing
mention-
Nick casually walking around, and he's got like an empty leash in his hand, and somebody's being like an absolute asshole. He hooks the leash up to his like belt loop, and goes running backwards. He's like, "No, boy, no, no, no!" And his ass, he just, just absolutely fucking blasting the entire aisle.
Oh my
Got a
God.
fucking attack dog
I'm
for an
just-
ass.
I'm
Oh
just
my.
imagining it. I'm just imagining some middle-aged mom sitting in where Nick works
Oh
and
no, believe
sitting
me.
in one of the aisles, and all of a sudden she's just like, "What the?" And then she like starts looking around trying to spot the dog shit on the floor, and she can't find it.
She's like looking
is
at
that
her
a shit?
shoes like, "Is that you?"
No, you
Is
want to
that
know
a
the funniest
shit?
part? You want to know the funniest part? The funniest part is it's most of the time not middle-aged Karens and whatnot. It's usually fucking college students.
Oh,
God.
no.
It is almost specifically college
So-
students with occasionally it's a slightly older like really rude like grandma-esque type person. But usually I try to stick to just the college students because I get the best reaction out of them.
Wait. You said you couldn't control it before, and now you're specifically targeting college
Targeted?
students.
No, that's the thing. Whenever I do
It's
have
targeted. It's targeted.
No,
Man.
Oh my
Isn't
God.
that? I'm pretty sure that's against the Geneva Convention, my guy.
no,
No.
not yet. It ain't.
They're
Not yet, it ain't.
They're not military combatants. Just like police can use tear gas on us. They're not
I
military
mean,
combatants.
they would be if they found out he was doing that to him.
Mm.
No, see, it's not.
Going to
It's
war
not in
with
the
some
Geneva
customer service
Convention
guy
yet.
shitting on
I'm
you.
the reason. I'm going to be the reason it gets put into that fucking list.
You ever been the reason
to
something gets
war.
put into the handbook? You are now.
Welcome to
Welcome to
family.
the club.
Jesus.
Bro, that
All
that
right.
brings to mind probably like my greatest prank I ever had. I had I work at the scrapyard, right? So I had a coworker named Thomas, and he would every day bring this fucking lunchbox full of 9 times out of 10 it's either spaghetti or some kind of barbecue.
If this is going,
So did
Where
he
I
just have
think it's going.
spaghetti sitting loosely in the lunchbox, just like a big old glob of spaghetti in the
No,
lunchbox?
no, you fuck.
no, if this
You
is
You
going
didn't say
where
it
I
was in
think it's going,
Tupperware.
you are a sick human being.
Oh, brother.
Did you shit in his lunch, Dylan?
Oh God, no!
No,
No,
but
he came in it.
he may or may not be like one of those guys that like severely hates frogs.
No.
So I took and like
You
I found
didn't.
it was like just before he was gonna go eat. I found like an itty bitty little like tree
You
frog,
Didn't.
and
No,
I
you
just
didn't.
open the edge, toss it in there, zip it up.
No, you didn't.
Bro, when I tell you this man screamed like a bitch, I'm talking like high pitch break glass kind of scream, and then just proceeds to punch the frog on top
Out
of
of the
his
spaghetti.
lunch.
Oh
No,
my
like
god.
directly on top of it, broke the lid to it, and mixed frog into
So
his
he's just
spaghetti.
sitting there plat 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 bamming on the damn top
No,
of the
just
spaghetti.
one, just one,
It's
just
one good squish.
He's just really excited and Italian, so instead of beating his meat, he's beating his spaghetti.
He's beating his frog.
Yeah, beating the frog into his spaghetti.
fucking Cajun
Oh.
Ulri.
Oh my god.
Oh, but Jesus. All right, I got one. I
You're
got
a
one.
fucking monster.
So, no. If you think that's bad, hang on. So,
Rip frog, by the way.
Rip my ass.
so I'm like 10, right? 10, 11, whatever. We're at my grandmother's property. We just got our German Shepherd Misha, R.I.P. But we go down to the creek, right? And my younger brother's 3 years younger than I am. My older brother's 1 year older. We're all jumping in
Oh
the creek, having a good
no.
time. And so I jump in. It's cold. It's all spring fed. The creek is, right? So it's cold as fuck. My older brother jumps in, right? We're like shiver or inhale real sharply when we jump in. My little brother jumps in, immediately grabs his nuts, and he's like, "Oh, both my boys are frozen." And my older brother gets this look on his face, and he looks at me, looks at my younger brother, and he goes, "You've only got two?" And then my older brother looks at me, and I look at my younger brother. I was like, "Yeah, man, you've only got two." So now we got this thing going. I mean, this poor kid thought he was a man down for like 3 fucking years. Okay. 3 years of his life, he thought he was a man down.
Bro,
And
that's demented.
Could you imagine
Look, that is a little fucked.
being
so
a
no,
man
it gets
down
better.
for 3 years?
It gets better. Hang on. So this kid thinks that men are supposed to have 3 testicles for like 3 years. And one night we're sitting on the
Wait,
couch.
how old was he?
Like 7 or 8 or something.
Oh, okay.
So we're sitting on the couch one night. David comes walking out of the bathroom, presumably after he just got done longingly staring in the mirror, thinking about he's a man down. And
Missing the middle prop.
yeah, he comes walking out of the bathroom, and he's like saunters over to the couch, and he like somberly looks at my mom, and he's like, "Mom, I need to go to the doctor." My mom's like, "Why? What's wrong? You look fine. There's nothing wrong with you." And he's like, "No, I just need to go to the doctor." My mom's like, "Why? Why?" And he's like, I'm a man down." Right? And at this point, I know what's going on. I'm standing in the kitchen behind the couch. And I am fucking dying, okay? Isaac's in the back bedroom on the computer or something. I am fucking dying. I'm trying so hard not to burst out in laughter and give this up before the climax has finally reached, pun intended. And my mom is continuously trying to figure out why the fuck he needs to go to the doctor. And they're just going back and forth. And then finally he goes, "Listen, I'm missing a testy, okay?" This kid's like 11 at this point, and
Jeez,
I'm just
man.
picturing David sitting there. He's like, "I'm missing a testy, man."
I can see
yeah,
it. I can see
yeah.
it.
And my mom immediately knows what happens. She turns around to me in the kitchen. I am sprawled out on the floor trying not to laugh out loud. And she gives me the dirtiest look I think my mother has ever given me. And then she proceeds to yell at me about pulling such a masterful prank on my little brother. It was fantastic.
I don't know if it's just me, but I would have been proud. Like
Ugh.
that's
I would have
just
been
a
too. If my boy
That's some
kept a
fucking
prank going for
dedication.
A
3 years like that.
3-year running joke, like Jesus Christ.
Oh, and the whole time, me and Isaac would make remarks about how he was a man down, and nobody
Mm.
else got it. And so, like, is such a beautiful prank.
In
And
that
all
one
it took-
instance, it had to have clicked for your mom. Like everything, just like all the puzzle pieces fell together, and then just instant full picture, and she
Those
was pissed.
motherfuckers.
It was such a good prank. And to this day, this motherfucker's 20 years old. To this day, I bring it up and he gets fucking mad about it.
I don't blame him. You guys punked him for 3 years straight.
It was beautiful, okay? And all
I
it took
didn't say it
was
wasn't
one
beautiful.
fucked up look from my older brother. That's all it took.
I have
Oh.
to say, whenever you
That's
mentioned
usually
the
all it
creek,
takes, man.
I was expecting such a different direction from that.
What,
And
you
I'm
mean tell you
so
about the time I
fucking
skipped
glad
a
that I was
rock off
wrong.
his head? I can do that.
That was a good
Hit
one,
us.
too.
Hit us.
So this was pretty
Hit us
cool.
like you hit him?
No. You after this, you guys won't need 6 staples.
Oh,
Mm.
No, but I'm pretty sure we're
So-
gonna need 6 months of therapy.
So this was true. No. David's gonna need therapy. It was always David. David's so gullible. It's so easy to pull pranks on him. So this is about the same time as the man down scenario, but we're down in the creek again, and we're skipping rocks. Right, this is in Missouri.
I'm
We're in
surprised he's
Florida.
not terrified to go to the creek with you guys.
Yeah, no.
We're
I
all in
would be.
Florida now, right? So there's no such thing as rocks in Florida. So
Oh.
at this point in my life, we're still in Missouri. We're in the creek. We're swimming. We're having a good time. I'm skipping rocks. My older brother's skipping rocks, and David swims out to the deepest point of the swimming hole, and it's like fucking 7-8 feet deep there. And he goes under, and he can't hold his breath worth of shit. He comes back up, and I've resorted to chipping slate rocks that are like the size of a dinner plate off of the cliffside and skipping them.
Fuck.
you almost
And-
beheaded the man. That's what it
Shit,
sounds
dude, you almost
like.
scalped his ass.
That's the more accurate one, is I did almost scalp him. What happened is I'm skipping those rocks, right, and I pick up this one. It's a little lopsided. It looks more like a rectangle than a dinner plate, but it's pretty fucking big, right? It's like the size of a Switch, a Nintendo Switch. And I'm holding this rock. It's pretty thin, but it's got some chonky edges on it. And so he looks at me and he's like, you should skip it over my head. I knew.
Fucking idiot.
I knew
At
what
that
was
point,
going to
he
happen.
can't even bitch. He can't even bitch because he's like, hey, put me in direct fucking danger.
So what he liked to do is he used to go under the water and look up and open up his eyes so you can see like the god rays come to the water and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what does he do? He goes under the water. I agree, right? Because why the fuck not, right?
I mean, you're not
Either
the one
way,
that
I'm getting a
fired,
show.
right?
It'll either be hilarious or awesome. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So he goes under the water. I skip that bitch, right? He can't hold his breath for the shit. He comes up way too early. And just picture this. Got a little kid, bleach blonde hair, pretty large noggin for his age. Comes up out of the water and just gets
Ben.
Fucking 5 head.
fucking
Instantly,
whacked.
he's a ginger.
instantly, this
Soul left
motherfucker's
his body in an instant.
instantly this motherfucker goes from going skipped over to skipped off of, and
Ooh.
the rock proceeds to bounce
Oh.
off his skull, and it continues skipping, I might add. Okay, it didn't like stop. This thing was heavy as fuck. It continued skipping after it bounced off his head.
I don't know why that just made my
Mm.
fucking teeth hurt, but they are ow.
You know what that reminds
Um,
me of? That reminds me
so-
of our band trip, and we'll get to that in a minute. But that reminds me of something that happened on our band trip.
But so he proceeds to be like, "Ow!" And then he pulls his hand off his head and sees the blood, right? And then he just starts bawling. And then Misha goes diving across it. She gotta be the hero. And she drags his ass back to
She
the
hungry.
other. No, she literally drags him from in the middle of the swimming hole where it's deep to the shore. My mom's freaking out. We go to the hospital. He ended up getting like 5 or 6 stitches in his head, or
Mm.
5 or 6 staples in his head.
Reminds me of the
That's
time I
amazing.
split Dylan's wig with a broom.
Bro, you have busted my fucking head so many times. A broom, a spoon.
So that's what's wrong
spoon.
with him.
A spoon. Hey, hang on.
You
I
can
gotta hear
blame
that
Ben
story.
for the stupidity.
How in the hell did he split your head with a fucking spoon?
You walk up behind him, bonk him on the head with a spoon hard enough. It's not hard, man.
It's a fucking metal
Hard
spoon.
enough.
I mean, you put enough
Hard
force
enough.
on there, my fucking shit's like an egg. Just
Would you swing that shit like a katana? Did you swing a spoon like a katana at the back of his head?
No,
Think
no,
of
it was
more
flat.
like whack-a-mole. More like whack-a-mole. He just fucking bam, and it just
More like whack-a-dill.
starts pouring blood. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, is that gonna be his new name from now on? Just Wackadill?
Whack-a-dill. I might change his name.
Please
in
no.
Discord.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh,
There's
God.
a skeeter on your Peter. Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh man, that's so old.
Oh my god.
All right.
Nick.
All right.
That reminded me of something that happened during our band trip. We were when me, you,
year?
this was when we went to the Smoky Mountains. I think it was your first band, first or
Gatlinburg.
second band. Yes, Gatlinburg.
You're talking about Gatlinburg. Okay.
Yeah, where it was me, you, what was his name? Brennan and older gentleman. What was his name?
Brennan,
he was a senior.
you talking about?
Yes. Well,
The fucking character right there.
yeah. Why would you say the whole name though? Jesus. But and who was the other guy in there? Who was the other guy in there? He was a senior that year. Start with a J.
There's
Anyway,
a lot of guys' names starts with J.
Yeah. What's it look like?
he was he wasn't fat, but he was a lot taller than me and you. He was a little bit wider. He looked like he was
You're
slightly
describing half of the school, my guy.
I know. It's no one you're gonna
guys.
know.
There are sheets of paper wider than you two. I don't want to hear that.
Okay,
All right.
well,
whatever story.
but anyway, he fell asleep first because he was tired, and it was like 6 o'clock, and it was like 6 in the evening, 6 or 7. And
you're
it
talking
wasn't
about
late.
sharing the hotel room.
Yes, in the hotel
Oh
room.
my god, I remember
He fell
this.
asleep. We had
I
just gone
memory
out. We had
vaulted
just
this?
gone out. We had
Oh,
just
yeah.
gone out to get a bunch. We just like gone to like the random shops and stuff where you can get like trinkets and airsoft guns, swords, fucking fuzzy handcuffs.
Oh, Lord.
You guys were like, prank him, Joe.
We got me and Joe got wooden swords. And I've still got. I think Joseph broke
I
his.
remember this.
But he fell asleep and he took up the entire bed, and the motherfucker was literally legs spread apart, arms across. This motherfucker was just spread eagle across the bed, across the entire fucking bed. And we were just looking at it. I was like, "Should we wake him up? Should we wake him up?" And he was like, "Yeah." It was my idea to do it. I was like, "Okay." I was like, "We're gonna smack it between his legs and really wake him up." So
I think it was Brennan.
Fucking
No, it was
No, I
not
think
Brennan because Brennan wanted to jump on him. Brennan wanted to jump on the bed and jump on and like literally body slam him. No, me and you. I was like, we just got these new swords. We can wake him up with these. Well, because he was spread eagle. He's just like legs from corner to corner.
Oh,
So
no.
me and Joe here just take the wooden swords we got, and on the count of 3, we back up and then we fucking swing them down on the bed as hard as we can get. I have never seen a man cold sweat that fast.
So to be clear,
Wouldn't
we did
you?
not hit this man in the ass with wooden swords. To be clear, we hit the
fully thought
mattress
this was gonna be a fucking double
between
leg
his
pop.
legs.
To be clear,
No.
he was. We also could not have hit his ass. This motherfucker was facing up. We would have hit his balls first.
You would have torn his boys from cheek to cheek.
Damn it, I can't remember
He'd have been
his
2
name.
boys down.
I can't remember either, but I fucking loved him. He was he was hilarious. He was a great guy by all means.
You said he was a senior whenever you guys went?
He was, yes.
He was
would've
a
been
senior
in
in
class.
2014.
Yes, he was. He was.
Would have been a year before me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name. Whatever. Anyway, yes, I remember doing that. Do you remember Emily chasing Jacob around with the fucking wooden sword? Because
Yeah, he called her hillbilly hick.
He called her hillbilly bow-legged hick because
Oh no.
and
She started she started chasing her around. This was the funniest shit in the world. She started chasing her around, then she drops her purse. I hold my wooden sword out. She grabs it without hesitation and then proceeds to bolt after this motherfucker across the road.
there's a parking lot underneath of the hotel, and yeah, it was that was pretty funny.
Oh
Poor
my god,
dude.
dude, that trip was fantastic. That was also the year they
Whatever.
tried sneaking moonshine on the trip. Moonshine and
That was
weed.
also the year that the seniors they let the fart spray go on the boys' floor, and
Fucking
that was
no.
Oh, right next to the
horrible.
eyes. And
It was horrible.
it wasn't just like any fart spray. This shit was toxic fart spray. It was bad.
It literally stunk the entire floor for the entire trip.
Oh my lord, dude! Really?
I don't know what they
It was
did, but it was
bad.
everywhere. It was everywhere.
know,
It smelled so bad too. It got worse as you got closer to it. And so luckily we were on the opposite side of the hallway, but we smelled it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, it was still bad.
That reminds me. High school. During the summer, football players went on FCA trip. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes to go to the little football camp and stuff. Well, we're sleeping 4 to a room, so it's 2 dudes per bed, right? It was
That's fucking
me.
hot.
Yeah, it was me, Ian, Lamar, and David. The same David that Raceland's ex-girlfriend. What was her name? Uh,
Which
uh,
which which
the one
ex-girlfriend?
he lived with when we all did that big D&D thing over there.
Dakota.
Yeah,
Dakota.
Dakota. So the David that's with her, I'm not going to say last names, Joseph. So
He could
he
bleep it.
is, for
I'll
lack of
bleep it.
better phrasing, he is black as night, right?
That's
He's-
fucked.
he's-
Okay. Okay. To be
No,
clear,
hang on, hang on.
he is literally from Africa, like from Africa.
I'm not trying to be a racist.
You
I know it's
fucked
probably going
that
to come off
so
that way.
bad.
We're getting canceled before this shit even gets posted. Holy
I thought
shit!
no, hang on. I thought that my remark about Avatar was bad. That's pretty bad.
It is bad, but it leads into it. We're all in a room, and it was me and David in one bed,
No.
Ian
Oh,
and Lamar in another
no.
bed. David sneaks around in between the 2 beds because there's 2 queen beds on either side of the room.
God.
He sneaks around between the beds. You can't see him. It's dark. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. He grabs Ian by his legs and drags him out of the bed and into the bathroom.
No.
Like straight up,
No.
just it was like a horror film, dude. We slept with the lights on the entire time we were there.
That's
Like he
fucked up.
scared the piss out of all of us, and it
Oh
was
my
awful.
God.
Oh my
I
god! All I
shit
can
you
all I
not.
can think of is just like the screams of horror from these from fucking just bulky ass football players. Just
Yeah, right.
fuck! Ah!
Oh, it's
Like,
not
Yeah,
even
true
that,
enough.
man. Like
bathroom.
Bro.
no, okay,
There's
so
gonna be so much editing this episode.
yeah, there is. Good luck. So same trip at the campground. There's a lake with a blob on it. Like the big air sack you can put one person on, jump in there and sit on
Oh my
flying.
God.
They told us not to go. Of course, every senior, snuck out of the room. We all went down there. The coaches were there. Everybody was down there having fun at the lake at night. I watched one scrawny little tiny receiver get launched so high you couldn't see him in the sky anymore. Like he went out of sight for a second before he hit the water again. It was dark, but still, I guarantee you he felt it the next day.
Oh my God. That would be me. I'd be the one that get lobbed.
Yeah, but see, we also took our mattresses and made a big old wrestling ring in one of the rooms, and
Oh.
it was so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
How many
Like-
holes? How many holes did you put in the wall?
We didn't put any holes in the walls. We had mattresses covering them.
So you
Bro,
like
okay.
you like
Smart move.
padded the entire
We made a padded
Room?
room with mattresses.
Okay,
We took
smart move. I'll
mattresses
give
out
you
of,
guys that.
We took mattresses out of like 5 rooms and made a padded room for wrestling.
Oh my God.
I mean,
know
that
damn
makes
well.
sense.
You know damn well that the maids showed up to like clean the room and they like took one look and they were like, nah, fam.
But these motherfuckers.
This ain't
You know,
happening.
again,
Okay,
y'all made a
coming back
padded
next
room
week.
for a bunch of fucking mentally insane people. Jesus.
Bro, speaking of like wrestling and fighting and shit, I still remember the locker room boxing matches.
Oh my
that
God,
was the
yes.
greatest fucking time. I still remember God, I can't remember who started the shit, but it was me and Cameron. He was a year ahead of us. He was in Nick's grade. And somebody
Which-
told him that I was talking shit.
We'll
He was-
explain specifics after the end of the episode.
Yeah, we're not gonna
Yeah.
talk about it on
Don't make
recording,
Dylan's job
but-
harder.
I'm just randomly gonna start saying things that Dylan's gonna have to bleep out just out of nowhere.
Just cut Nick's audio out
all
all
I'm
the way.
saying is if you make it bad enough, you're just gonna be like a guest star. You're gonna be like Craig over here, just AI in the room.
Okay, no, Craig isn't just a fucking guest star. No, Craig is the fucking VIP here. Come on.
He's
Honestly.
the MVP.
I will say the entire thing with Cameron, I enjoyed it because I just enjoyed fighting back then. But somebody stirred so much shit that I think he was genuinely like pissed off at me when we first started the fight. He almost knocked my block off. Like I'll be honest, I saw spots and then it passed, and I was like just instantly in like ready to go mode, and that was the greatest fucking time.
Side note, you know what those spots are caused by? It's the
Very.
instant lack of blood pressure behind dry balls.
Oh,
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Your
Yeah.
your brain perceives it as flashes of light.
okay, that's kind of sick.
That's kind of cool to know.
That's why whenever
But-
He
you're
wants
trying
to
to
test-
take
he
a big
wants
old
to test that
shit
theory
and then you let go, and you see the spots. That's why.
Can't say I've ever had
So-
to take a shit that hard, but okay.
Oh yeah, I can't
Yeah,
say
I
I'm
don't, I
either.
don't think I've ever had spots in my vision from a shit. Maybe weightlifting, but not
Hey,
not dropping weight.
You guys aren't doing it right.
Ben, Ben competitive shitting.
That is called competitive hemorrhoid speedrun.
That's called
True.
cow tipping.
That's an
Oh,
old
Jesus.
reference now, dude.
Oh my
Oh, shit.
god.
I'm
Hey.
aging myself. You're right. Oh my god.
Speaking of competitive, have you guys seen the shit for the new Modern Warfare?
Hey, I'm on the fence about it still. I am.
I like
I'm
it, I'm not gonna
hopeful
lie.
but skeptical. Like
I don't know.
some of the stuff that they have shown is super cool looking, but at the same time, they have to pull it off right, otherwise it's going to be awful.
All right.
Like,
Well, let's
agreed.
talk new mechanics. They got rid of slide canceling, so you can't do that anymore.
Thank
Once you
No,
commit
it's
to a
dolphin dives.
slide,
There's dolphin dives now, and I'm
they
I
so
brought
love
excited
dolphin
for
dives
that.
back.
dives.
Yes.
I know.
They
I'm so
also-
excited for Dolphin Dives.
I just saw this one recently. They also got rid of switching guns to cancel the reload animation. Once you switch back to that gun, you have to finish that reload animation.
Oh, is it procedural
cool.
or is it just full restart?
No, it's procedural. So
Oh, I love
if you
it.
start it and switch guns, you're gonna finish it when you switch back. There is no switching in and ready to go.
They kind of did something like that for Modern Warfare, didn't they? They just never.
No,
it was
you
very,
can
very
full on.
half-ass. The first patch broke it.
I know they did that for. I mean, I'm gonna be like the Android Apple person here. Battlefield's had that for a minute.
There you are,
Yeah.
sucking Battlefield's dick again.
No
I mean,
shit.
He's not wrong.
So does
Battlefield has
Insurgency
always
Sandstorm.
been really good about those mechanics.
Yeah.
Insurgency Sandstorm has it too. They've had it since fucking
Okay.
launch.
Well, Insurgency Sandstorm is a different fucking like. Their whole thing was hyper realism, or at least making it as like making the gunplay as realistic as possible.
Yeah, there's nothing more realistic than me shooting a terrorist in the head and having him fly off 2 miles in the distance.
Okay, I never said the ragdoll was realistic.
said
I said
gunplay.
the gunplay was realistic.
He said gunplay,
That,
Yeah,
that's
he did,
fair,
he
that's
did.
fair.
We'll give him that one.
but I'm glad they got rid of the fucking the slide canceling. But the attachments thing, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it takes away from the experience of the Call
You're
of Duty.
talking about the unlock per weapon class rather than per
Yeah.
specific weapon.
Okay,
I
But
feel like it's
camos
good.
are still a grind though.
Yeah, I know, but they're nowhere near as fun to grind out as they were in like Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2,
The
Modern Warfare
Golden
3,
Age, yeah.
Black Ops 2.
Black
Well,
Ops
see,
2.
See, the thing is though, is they did it to pander to the streamers because no one wants to sit there only play Warzone because that's all they downloaded since it was free, and have to grind out attachments in only Warzone. They
I
did it to
understand that.
pander to that community. However, they're playing it off with saying it's for the working man because no one wants to come home from working 8 hours and get on Call of Duty and grind. However,
No.
I have done it for many times, many days.
No,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm super appreciative of it because if I'm using weapon A and I want to try weapon B, I don't have to sit there and use a bare bones gun and
Exactly.
suffer through it until I get to a high enough level that I've got decent attachments. I can throw
That's
the
true.
good shit
understand.
on there and enjoy the gun.
I understand that, but like I said, I feel like it takes away from the grind of Call of Duty. And don't get me wrong, the grind of Call of Duty is not always fun. I'm looking at you, Vanguard, Cold War.
Well, now you see,
Ooh.
I actually just thought of the next point that I was going to make, and it contradicts the one I just made about pandering to Warzone players. Warzone, they're changing the mechanics. There are no classes anymore.
Yes,
Which I'm
I
super
did see
thankful
something
for.
on that, but I did
It
not
is-
actually
I'm
look
glad
It
Me
is.
too.
They
much
went.
into
They
it.
went. They went original
Traditional
BR traditional BR. Find a gun, find the attachments, suit up, you're ready to
Oh.
go.
So
If
so
you
it's gonna
don't
be a
find a
lot
site,
like
fuck you, you got irons for the whole time.
yeah.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a lot like Black Ops 4.
4, yeah.
Yes,
That's
kind
interesting.
of like that. Yeah. Except
Kinda
even
like
then,
Blackout.
even then, in Blackout, you can still find guns that were fully kitted. I haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah.
gameplay
So
yet.
this
I
is
mean, I'm
gonna be
sure
a
they'll.
lot like finding weapons and shit and like PUBG and shit like that.
Yes, they went traditional BR with it.
I guarantee you, they're gonna add fucking kitted weapons in like
Yeah.
loot crates or
Oh yeah,
care
probably.
packages,
They
stuff
about
like
to.
that.
Well, no, not loot crates, but care packages. Yeah, that's how it is in
Yeah, I
Blackout.
was gonna say what I could see is care packages and like special loot drops that can be contested by
I will
other
say
players.
the way they're doing the zone is pretty interesting
The
too.
Where it splits into
what?
3
How
or
did they refer
4.
to it?
Or,
It was like a cell. Yeah, it
yeah,
split
2, 3,
Yeah,
or
into
it's like a
4.
cell.
It
combines.
splits. Yeah, but see, if you kept watching the video after that, they actually explain it.
Yeah,
Like you're sitting
I
there,
was watching
you
that
just got
shit.
done with the fight, and then the zone's moving. You know you just got to move. You move through the buildings, get the rest of your little bit of loot, maybe find some heals if you need them, and then you
Let
get
you
ready because
gear
you
up
know
for that final fight. Yeah.
as soon as those circles touch, you know it's game on. And I feel like that's gonna add some intensity to it.
I see. I like that change. I will say that if the map's ass, it doesn't matter.
That's fair.
Have you seen the leaks
That's
for the map?
completely fair.
I have.
They have
I'm still
high
on the,
rise in one of the cities.
I'm
They've
still on the
got
fence about it.
terminal.
But
I mean,
is it going to be
they've
like? Is it going to be like Verdansk, where if you're in the middle of the city, you can only go into like a quarter of the buildings or something?
what do you mean?
I remember remember walking around the city portion of
Ah,
Verdansk
yeah,
and
and only a part
only
of the
being able
buildings
to
are
go into
actually
like
buildings.
like
Yeah, the
5% of
rest
the
of them are
buildings
just
there.
boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm not entirely sure, but all the gameplay I've seen, every door, every window.
My thing is if they would have, I think again, I feel like it's rose-colored glasses a little bit for this, but whenever Warzone first released, it was great, right? It was broken. Don't get me wrong, it was fucking broken. But after they got through the
Was?
initial set, yeah, right,
It
still
has
is.
always been broken.
But once they got through the initial set of bug fixes before the integration for Cold War, I thought that Warzone was great. Like it was good. Maybe not quite Apex good. When Apex first launched, it was fantastic. But
First started playing it like just before season 2-ish. I enjoyed the game.
But I feel like if Warzone 2 doesn't deliver in the same caliber that Warzone 1 did at first, it's gonna flop. And it's
Honestly,
obviously
their
not going to
biggest fuck up was saying that they're going to compete with like other top name BRs and then talking about making, I don't know if they're still going to do it or not, but they were talking about making a Tarkov style game mode. And the second you mention
we'll see.
Tarkov in relation to another game, you have instant comparisons that have to be made. Whereas if you had just left it alone and like explain the style of game and let people make that connection themselves, it wouldn't have been as hard cut comparison. Because
That's
now
That's
they
true.
have like huge shoes to fill.
2042 fell into that trap, right?
Exactly.
Maybe
Yeah.
they themselves weren't comparing Hazard Zone to Tarkov, but
Yeah.
it was very clear where the inspiration came from,
Mhm.
and that overpromised and underdelivered. I mean, it's literally unplayable. They don't even support it anymore. But the only reason it's not pulled off of the game is because if they pull it off the game, they're going to have to give out refunds.
Speaking of
So
unsupported, what the fuck is going on with Stadia? Have they done anything with it in the last 2
No.
years?
I think they are doing like quote unquote
Abandoned ship.
cross-platform.
Yeah.
I haven't
I've
heard
seen like
anything out of
2
Stadia.
players on Rocket League that are playing on Stadia. And it's supposed to be like one of those play anywhere, play anything type game platforms, but as far as I could tell, it flopped like day -1 and
I would
never launched.
say the biggest reason why Stadia flopped is because there were already better options out whenever Stadia
Yeah,
released.
I was about to say they kind of
It was an
brought
oversaturated
Stadia
market.
out in like a really
No, I don't think it
bad
was
time.
oversaturated at all. I don't think the market was oversaturated at all. I just think Stadia is shit.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
fair.
Especially after people.
When I say oversaturated, I mean like all the need was filled, and they came in underprepared to compete.
yeah, I mean,
Well, I
a
mean-
strictly cloud-based, console. I
mean,
don't see how people can, everyone can get a hold of that because, I mean, even here, we pay for great internet, we get internet.
Oh my god, please don't start me. Fuck you, Cox. Fuck you.
but like also we got to keep in mind that whenever Stadia released, it was new technology, right? I'll give them that, but there's so many better options, especially now, that like it's pointless to go get Stadia. Like Nvidia Shield is miles better. The latency's way better. It's still not good for like, quick reaction time gaming, but it's way better than Stadia is. You can also, fucking do PlayStation Now, and you can stream games from your Xbox too, I think. But
Yeah.
like,
Bro, Xbox and PC are so closely connected at this point. Like you can play your Xbox games on PC. I feel like we're one generation of console away from playing computer games on Xbox.
I mean, you can already
no,
play.
I doubt it. And the reason why I doubt it is because this is what happened with Halo, right? Because the Master Chief Collection was broken for like 6 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
It's still broken on PC.
Yeah.
Not as near as bad as it was, still broken. I mean, you remember us trying to play it, Dylan? Every single
welcome.
time I made an input, the game stuttered. I'm
Yep.
talking walking forward, clicking, pressing escape, anything, any input into the game, and it stuttered. It stuttered hard.
All I'm saying is it made kicking your ass in Versus so much better.
Oh yeah. Till I disabled the. Weirdly enough, it was the RGB software that was causing the issue, so I disabled that. And then I proceeded to shit all over Dylan's biscuits.
Oh no, not the
Repeatedly,
biscuits.
yeah. Oh, my biscuits,
Anything
my
but the
fucking
biscuits.
pancakes, everything.
Yeah, forget those
Like-
muffins.
Whole
I don't know.
breakfast got shat on.
I don't know, but I mean, back to Modern Warfare 2, I feel like they're, if they don't deliver the same way that Modern Warfare 2019 delivered, and I understand that's probably a controversial statement, but I feel like Modern Warfare 2019 was a great game. I just think that it was supported poorly after the fact. But
I
if
mean,
they
that's how I feel
deliver,
about World War II. It's all a matter of perspective, and I agree with you that the game is super good.
but I think if the TTK in Modern Warfare 2019 would have been a little bit longer, I think the game would be genuinely very close to what they promised whenever they advertised the game. And it would have been far, far more fun. If Modern Warfare 2 delivers in that way, I feel like it could be a great game. Am I going to pre-order it? No. I don't think I'll ever pre-order a game again.
I haven't pre-ordered a game since Elden Ring, and Elden Ring kind of fucked me over. So I'm done with
Okay,
yeah.
but
Oh my God,
you
speaking of-
got time in.
Yeah, I did get time in.
into
I can still put time in. That's the thing. It's just I kind of lost all drive because of it, and it sucks.
I absolutely want to talk about that like immediately. Please share
let's
with
go.
the class what the fuck happened.
So for the longest time, I've been playing on a fucking gaming laptop. I had a little Omen gaming laptop. It was a good little setup by all means. It ran Elden Ring.
Don't you lie to yourself. That was a
Okay,
shitty.
for what it was a good fucking setup, motherfucker. I could
For what he,
again.
for
Was
what
it
he
though?
played, it was good.
It was pretty good. Again, I was able
All
to
right,
play
not as
Elden
bad
Ring
as your
with a
pile
little-
of shit, Ben.
Hey,
Mine was
it's
a
better now.
laptop, bitch.
It's better now.
Anyway.
So I like fucking I don't know how many hours I've got into it now. It's over 200, I think. I've got a fuck ton of hours into it. And we decided I'd finally got all the pieces to build my actual PC and all that, and to get all that done. So I built the PC and all. It was quite fun, and I still love it, and it's still some like best shit ever. I love like it's nice, it's pretty.
Yeah, he's got a pretty ballin' ass PC now.
But so I
Welcome,
took
by the way.
everything. I took all my like save files and all that. I took it off the cloud because everything was saved to the cloud, not the actual anything else. So I took it off the cloud and transferred it all onto or all into the hard drive of my computer and whatnot. So I let that do its thing. It's gonna take a hot fucking minute because I had a lot of shit I had to fucking transfer over.
It took
So
like
I let it go
13
overnight.
hours, right?
Oh, it was more than 13 hours. It said over a day to begin with.
Oh shit.
It just
Yeah,
said
but it ended
it
up
literally
taking-
said over a day. It ended up
but
taking like 18 hours, but anyway, so the boys here decided they wanted a PvP farm because I am the highest level. Everyone who went and invaded me, if we won, we got a fuck ton of rooms. It was very nice. It was very lucrative, and on occasion we'd find that really cool person. We'd make friends. We'd kind of mess around, and it was a lot of fun. So I go to join in, and I'm putting my sign down, because they wanted to summon me or I wanted to summon them first, so they put their sign down, and I did that. And I was like, I'm not seeing your guys' sign pop up, and I'm like, okay, we'll try the other way around, see if you guys can see my sign. So, no, still nothing. I gotta check, make sure online's still on. It still says online. So I was like, okay, give me a second, let me restart the game.
To be
I
fair,
restart the game. Huh?
to be fair, Elden Ring's multiplayer system is dog shit. It really
Yeah,
is.
it very well could have
alright.
just been a standard bug, but it definitely was not.
It was not. I can attest to it, and I can still attest to it for the next 156 days.
Anyway,
Or no, 176 days.
Yeah,
But
'cause
anyway-
it was a 6-month.
It was it was 180 day. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I restarted. I closed down the application and whatnot. I go to load it back up. I get to the main menu, and then I get a prompt that pops up on my screen. You have been banned for 180 days due to tampering with the game files.
did it say game files
And-
or save files?
It said game files.
It said game
Okay.
files, yeah.
It said game files, and I was like, huh? So, and it elaborates no further than that. It just says you've tampered with the game file. You've been banned for 180 days. Good luck, tarnished.
So to clear things up here, none of us cheat in online games.
Not
None
at
of us are interested in doing that. I think people that cheat in online games, specifically online games, piece of shit. I don't care.
We just accept how
Look,
bad we are at games.
Exactly. Again,
Exactly.
I'm dog shit at games. By all means, I play Apex and I'm dog shit. I played Warzone.
Yeah,
I
better
had
than
a
I
couple
am
of
at
good.
Apex.
I had a couple of good fucking moments, but I'm still dog shit. I am not good by any means. Tom,
I'm an eternal
Rainbow
silver in
Six Siege.
Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege. I'm a silver as well. And again, I'm not bad at it, but I'm not exactly
gold.
great.
Fuck you.
But I'm still not gonna cheat because people who cheat are the scum of the earth.
Anyway,
Like-
the whole
like
reason
they-
the whole reason in saying that we don't cheat is because Nick goes to apply for an unban.
Yes, I go to Bandai Namco's website or whatever. And I go to try to appeal the ban and whatnot, and I'm like, hey, I explain the whole situation. Is there any way I can get unbanned, or is there any way I can, or anyone or anything I can do to like talk to and see what the fuck's going on, see why it did this? Because it is it is again. I have
A quick
no
preface
reason.
on this next part. The entire section of the website that he was using to contact them was specifically for overturning bans. And the response that he got is completely counterintuitive to them having an unban section of the website.
I didn't know we were all named Nick.
Huh?
Let Nick tell the story.
Yes, that's
Perish.
fine. Give me a second. I've got a.
Perish,
That's another fun one. But they basically told me, yeah, go fuck yourself. We can't unpeel a ban. You're gonna wait for that entire period while in a PvP area for that
Yeah,
timer to
that's
be
the-
going. And I was
that's
like,
the
how,
real kicker.
what? So give me a second. I gotta find this. Oh, I think this is it. This is not it. Fuck. I should be able to.
Just search. Anyway, so the point being is that they told Nick to get fucked and that they don't overturn bans.
Which is entirely
Ooh.
fucking stupid to have an unbanned portion of the website.
Yeah,
Can-
it's also
we just,
retarded
Yeah.
that
Can
they
we?
claim that. So essentially, them saying that they don't overturn bans means that they believe that their anti-cheat is perfect.
I
Which is-
found
I
I
wish
found
you
the
guys could
latest.
see my face right now.
I found the latest email. That they said after I'd sent, hey, is there any way I can get in contact with someone who can help me appeal the ban? My name is GM Alora from Bandai Namco, and I'm going to continue to say their name all fucked up because fuck them. Entertainment America Player Experience Team. I understand that your account has been restricted for quite some time now. Unfortunately, as much as we want to lift your restriction, our team does not have access to it. Now, to preface that, again, the reason I got so irritated about it, I asked them if they could get me in contact with someone who could. Because they had already sent me an
The
email,
server team handles bans.
So
and
they're
I had asked
talking
if I
in
could get in
circles.
contact with them. So they said, and after that they said, and please be informed that these penalties cannot be lifted before the allotted time has elapsed. 180 days.
Bullshit. That's
180
bullshit.
days. As we mentioned, please understand that this service is not intended to appeal or dispute restrictions because we have no control or ability to change the Elden Ring server team's decision to place restrictions on a player's account. I asked if I could get in contact with them or someone who could help me with this ban. Because, like, the only reason I get on Elden Ring anymore is mostly just to play PvP and play with my friends. I play with these fuck knuckles. And that's the only reason, just to have a
Yeah,
good
these
time,
knuckles.
try out stupid builds in PvP, try to make new friends and whatnot. Just have a good time with them. Like I just want to pay. And then what's funny? They
I
say
almost choked to
just
death on my coffee. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
But the funny part about it, they were like, "Yeah, no, you again continue to play our game and have a good time." Motherfucker, I said the only reason I get on the fucking game anymore is to play with my friends. If I cannot play with my friends, I'm not gonna have a good time anymore because I can't do what I want to. I've done everything in the game solo player wise.
Listen, all I'm saying is the facts. What they're like I said, they're essentially saying
Wait a
that
minute.
their anti-cheat is perfect and never falsely bans someone, which is just straight up false.
Wait a minute.
False. Entirely false.
Wait a
Has
minute.
faults.
Vare's quest line. Wait a minute. Does that mean I'm not gonna be able to do that anymore?
No,
Correct.
there's NPCs that you can invade.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, where? Because I need to do that quest again too.
I
Wait, do the
actually
ones for
haven't done it
Volcano
'cause I
Manor?
love PvP.
Do the ones for Volcano Manor count?
No, it's a completely separate set.
Oh, it's got an actual set for Vare's quest.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
added it specifically for people that either couldn't access online or didn't wish to play against other players.
Yeah.
Okay.
For pussies.
Well, I ain't no pussy, but I can't play against other players anymore.
Doesn't mean you're not a pussy.
And I feel like
I
it's
am
just
what I
such
eat.
bullshit. Such bullshit that they can't unban you. That's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's just them not wanting to take the
Admit
time
that
to
they
actually
were
look
wrong?
into it. Yeah, that too.
It would be as
Probably.
simple as sending an email to a different department being like, "Hey, can you take over this case?" Blah
I mean,
blah blah.
it
would
says
be
on their
simple.
website that they don't do unbans, but that alone is just stupid.
That is very stupid.
Like on 1, 2, or how fucked up is fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
hmm
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But what I want to talk about is though, let's just go back a second in what Nick was saying.
Oh boy.
He said that he asked him if there was anyone or anything he could do. Who you gonna offer some services to get the band taken away? That's what I want to know.
Gonna get some Glock up in her.
Literally fucking anyone.
Swirly swirly tongue dip.
Oh, that was just my question.
Dude, I'd eat
And I'm
someone's
not
ass
sure-
out. I'd eat someone's ass out to get unbanned from Elden Ring because this shit sucks.
I'm not sure how long that their policy has been of not unbanning people. I'm not sure how long that's been there, but regardless, your system's faulty. Clearly.
Like that's not the first false ban for sure, because right
No, and
now
people
somebody
have
with
even
a
said
modded
stuff about
account
it.
can sit there, and if they get into game long enough with a restricted item like the fucking deathbed smalls and drop it and somebody picks it up, that account is then banned for having that item ever since
Yeah.
they
You can
implemented that
You
system.
can get unbanned. You can get unbanned for having that banned. Isn't that something?
That's so crazy. It's almost like it's the exact same shit.
The thing that kills me though the most about it is that you have to spend 180 days active game time just
In
standing in a
PvP
PvP
areas.
zone.
In the PvP areas. Half
So you
a
just have to
year.
stand there in that one spot for half a year, and that's just retarded.
That's the same as like the God, what was it? It's a different MMO style game where if you got a ban, you couldn't just leave yourself in the like marketplace. You had to actually like be actively moving around, playing and doing stuff. Otherwise, you couldn't get your timer to go down.
I have no idea.
I think World of Warcraft has a system like that, but I'm not entirely sure.
I want to say RuneScape.
No idea.
but
I've never
I don't
never
think
been
think
banned.
RuneScape just hard bans.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can get into WoW if you get banned. I think you're straight up blocked from the servers altogether.
Yeah, I think so.
Again,
But
wouldn't know that. Never been banned from any other fucking game for literally anything.
yeah, like I
I've
said,
received temp bans for being an asshole, but that's because there's assholes being assholes.
Well, that's
But-
for toxic behavior. That's not.
I think the
for
only way you're
fucking-
gonna get anything done is if you post on social media. That's your
Oh.
chance.
On the topic of being banned and toxic behavior, Did you know that in Warzone 1, the original, the Warzone we have now, its cheat system has banned more players for toxic behavior in game than it has for actual cheating.
Yeah, it's because it was shit at detecting cheaters. What kind of question is that?
No, like it is like 200,000 or 300,000 players got bans for toxic behavior, and only like 100,000 got bans for actual cheats.
And you're talking about before Ricochet.
No, that is Ricochet.
I'm certain Ricochet has banned more people for cheating.
That sounds kind of gay if you ask
I don't
me.
know. I mean, that's just one of the big guys that I see talk about a lot of Call of Duty stuff on social medias. That's just what I saw him say. And I'm sure obviously there's probably some better facts to that, but the fact that there's any kind of evidence at all pointing towards them banning for toxic behavior over prioritizing that over banning for cheats is kind of whack. Ooh, I found some diamonds.
All right.
Motherfucker.
I beat you that pun earlier, and it slipped in perfectly.
Hold up a second. Are you playing Minecraft right now?
Nope.
I hope you fall into a pit of lava. I hope you do.
You know what? I'm in a village. I'm safe.
How far
So now you
through
just
are you?
bribing a village.
Have you at least
Beating the
made
game
progress
once?
towards beating the game?
Okay. I have iron armor. Leave me alone.
Well,
Hey,
okay,
that's
no,
what you
all the
need.
best,
Iron armor, wooden sword. Have at it.
no, all the speedrunners can beat it without armor.
That's fair.
I can
Okay.
any
Okay, you're right.
recent
You're right.
articles about how Ricochet's doing.
You're right.
But
You're right. Fair is fair. But you all know that I haven't legitimately made one solid playthrough of this game ever.
And you're how
So
long of playing it?
I've been playing Minecraft for a long time.
How many fucking
Jesus.
unfinished worlds do you have?
Right now, none. They were all
How many
lost.
did you have?
Oh, I had like
More than I can count on my hands and feet.
probably more than a dozen, easy. And they were all New World 4.0. Oh, I might actually do it this time. And most of those worlds, started
My very first
2017,
actual
2018.
playthrough.
Yes, it's got. I had versions of Minecraft all the way back to like 1.8.
I mean,
My
I
full
definitely have
playthrough, and the
unfinished
whole time
worlds.
that you had the world, you had 2 diamonds.
I definitely have more unfinished Minecraft saves than finished, for sure.
Yes, yeah, but you've actually finished the game legitimately. I have not.
I've got like on base Minecraft probably like 2 or 3 speedrun worlds, which I'm god awful at it. I have no problem admitting that. I probably don't have a single speedrun under an hour. But
Oh God, no.
like I've got like 2 speedrun worlds, and then I've got probably 3 other worlds. 2 of them are finished, and I'm just using them to build shit, and the other one's just a redstone world.
Interesting.
Ben be playing just regular Minecraft.
Ben picks up redstone, and just you see the big stone wheels turning in his caveman head.
Hey.
Oh, shine
He's like-
powder, make go burn.
He's like Patrick whenever Patrick has to think.
I have. Fuck you.
Fucking
Patrick in the
smoke start coming
caveman
out of his
episode when
ears.
he eats the fucking stick and it just sticks out of the top and bottom of his mouth.
I am not Caveman Patrick. You can kiss my ass.
Unga
You sound
bunga.
like Caveman Patrick.
Fuck
You
you.
look like caveman Patrick.
Fuck all you guys.
Oh God, you make it
Oh,
too
Oh
easy.
Jesus.
Anybody got anything else?
These two fuck knuckles, the Ben and Dylan here. We were going over somewhere, and they were in my car at the time. And I had made a trip from
Oh my
where I'm at
God.
now to Baker,
No.
and I had to piss real fucking bad. And all I had at the time was one of those really big like monster cans with like the twist off lid.
Be
So I was
clear,
like,
they
fuck
weren't in
it.
the car when he did this.
No.
Oh well,
What?
they were not in the car. They weren't in the car when I did this. No.
Oh, okay.
I was in the car when I did this. I didn't stop driving. I know, safe. I'm a safe driver. I promise. Probably.
Safe driver as he takes his hands off the wheel to hold his dick in a bottle.
I still
In a
had one
can.
hand on a wheel.
Oh, a can. Oh my God. How'd you not
Yeah,
cut?
can.
Oh.
Motherfucker, it had a twist off lid. It was one of those really big monster cans.
All right.
The
Twist
fucking-
off lid.
big-
My bad.
Yeah.
Not that you got a tiny dick. No, it's twist off lid. Got it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Apparently someone's not listening. Get off Minecraft and start listening to this fucking podcast, dipshit.
You get off Minecraft, so listen to the podcast.
No, because I'm playing Pokemon Minecraft. Eat my dick.
I almost said so. Listen to the
I know you were playing too.
playing Pokemon on Minecraft.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, this was when we were sending Joe off when he was moving to where the fuck did you move at the time? Montana for a year or so. This is when we were going
this
over
is
to
the
his.
night that I got absolutely
You got fucking
shit-faced.
hammered. So we were at his parents' house and we were all just kind of like talking and chatting and having a great time.
Oh, I remember that night.
Yeah, and
Joseph's dad goes, "Oh, you want this bottle of whiskey?" Dylan proceeds to fucking chug
to
it.
drink almost the entire fucking bottle.
I
We
drank
leave
like half
and he
the bottle of that
slurps
shit.
words. We have to take the bottle away from him to keep him from drinking the rest of it. But on the way back, me and Ben, and then we were kind of hungry, so we went through Taco Bell. And right before we got to Taco Bell, I'm pretty sure it was right before, Dylan decided to reach under my seat and start like plundering around looking for shit. And he grabs a Monster can. Now, in that Monster can was almost it was almost completely full to the top of just piss. Piss that I had yet to take out of my car because I'd completely forgotten about it at the time.
So what is it, like a couple day old, week old? How old is that piss?
It was only a day old. It was only a day or two old. It wasn't that old.
Okay, it wasn't
I
that
don't
bad.
think that really matters. Like,
yeah.
But he picks it up. He picks it up and it's like, "Ooh, Monster!" And I was like, "Don't open that can in my car." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "There's piss in it." And it took him a second to fucking realize what the fuck I had said.
My drunk brain is immediately like, I don't want this in my hands, and I threw it up in the front with Dylan.
He proceeded to throw it up into the passenger seat where Ben is currently sitting, and Ben freaks out. He's like, "There's fucking piss in this can." I was like, "Yes, I had to piss. Okay, I wasn't gonna stop because there was no fucking rest stop." And it was the funniest fucking thing in the world because we're like pulling. I'm pretty sure we were pulling into fucking Taco Bell at the time. Oh my god, it was fucking hilarious.
You should have said something to whoever was taking the order. Like, "Yo, man, I don't have any money, but I really got this really nice Monster can, and it's full. So,
Oh, it's exotic. Ugh.
I'll trade you this monster for some tacos.
Trade you a monster for a taco.
Monster 0p.
Jesus Christ.
Monster only pee.
Only pee, yeah.
Monster 100% pee.
What flavor is it? Lemonade.
No, what flavor is it? Acid.
Yeah.
It's acidic.
All right.
All I'm gonna say is it's an acidic flavor.
All right,
Yeah.
before we
it?
get on any
All
more.
right, bye
piss
guys. Good night.
tangents,
Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Fuck yourself.
Make sure you like it. Thumbs up it.
Like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family.
We're putting
Leave us
it
a
everywhere,
comment
so I'm
down
sure you
below.
can find it.
One
All
of
right.
us.
We'll
Become
catch
the
y'all
tasteless.
One of
in the
us.
next one.